I'm all discombobulated this week, and this is Friday Sews. So hello friends. Welcome. If you're new, welcome back. If you've been here before, I'm Mary, and this is Love My Crafts, and this is Friday Sews, which is from the hashtag started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. Thank you, Jen. It's been a while because it takes me a while to get anything done. So I've actually sewn a few things and finished them. I'm in my living room today because I think my son is awake up in his room, and I'll talk about this in a minute. My sewing room is right next door, so I didn't want to be having to whisper, and I didn't want to be too loud. So let's start with what I'm wearing. It's just a ready to wear. I'm glad you can't see it because no, I'm just kidding. It's got like ruching on it. I would never do that. It's like I think it's not chiffon. It's like a crinkle. Maybe it's a crinkle challis or something. I don't know, it's from Walmart. But my office is still 80 degrees, even when it's 28 degrees Fahrenheit outside. So let's start with, I think I finished this first. This is a Bestie bag made from old scrappy jeans. I have a tag here. It just seemed to go. And I didn't do the greatest with my top stitching. Anyway, and on the back, I just threw this on there because I had one, and that was from the jeans that I used to make this part. It's one pair of jeans that helped me make that, and the strap. I did extra rows of top stitching to make sure it would fit through here. And it's got the little slant on the end, which I didn't do too bad. Hopefully you can hear me. I still feel like I'm whispering. And the inside is Wonder Woman. So it's like an 80s denim pocketbook from the 80s throwback with a little bit of my favorite cartoon from the 80s. Also my favorite TV show. I don't know if you watched that when it was a TV show. I don't even know if you can stream that now. I wonder. Okay, so that's my Bestie bag. Oh, and the little paw zipper pull and the rainbow zipper. Everybody talks about what kind of zipper you had to use, and this is all I had, so this is what I used. And it wasn't too bad construction-wise. The hardest part was all that. I think I top stitched maybe one side. Wait. I don't remember. I don't know, did I might have this is the hardest top stitching at the base. I don't even know if you can see it if I did it. Yeah, yes. It's a bag, it works. It's cute. Haven't used it yet. What else did I make? Let's see. Oh, I did a tutorial. Oops. And I'll talk about that. I made some more dog shirts. So I did a sew along for the Simplicity 3939 dog shirt. So if you have little dogs and you like to make clothes for them, this is what I worked on. And then to cover a little boo-boo with the iron, I put my iron-on tag. So that was those. If you remember, I said that I was going to make some scrunchies. Well, I did, see? From all that fabric, I have some blue, some tie-dye. Oops, dropping them everywhere. I really made a lot. And they're fun for the most part. What is my least favorite part, I think, is trying to stitch up the opening, because I leave the opening too big and then I make this big ugly. And I don't like to try to do the invisible stitch. What else we got? So then, okay, there's more scrunchies down in here. See that? A lot of scrunchies. I said, well, let me finish something that I haven't finished. And I don't think I've taken a picture trying them on yet, but this is my navy blue linen Allegro, Love Notion Allegro pants. And I have boo-boos up here, which I was gonna wait till I washed it to show you, because that's just glue stick glue. But I always follow Karina from Lifting Pins and Needles for pants. And she has a waistband thing where you just extend your pattern piece and then you will fold it over to make a waistband. Well, I forgot about that and I didn't watch to see how she did a waistband like that when you have patch pockets, because I had made, because these aren't part of the pattern, I just made a pattern piece of a patch pocket. And normally they only go to the waist and then you put on a waistband and that would get all tucked up in there. So I had to do a little top stitching and hopefully that glue will wash off. But it doesn't matter anyway, because my shirts are never shorter than my waistband. But so they do fit. Oh, here's the back. They seem like they're not gonna fit because I mean, like, it looks like a big saggy butt. But I had done all the alterations from when I did the red ones a few months ago. I did the alterations right on the pattern pieces. You know, I made sure I knew what I had to fix and I fixed it and they fit. And they're capris. There's a little weirdness that I have to figure out. It's like excess right around here. And you know, there's all diagrams I'll have to look up. If they crinkle here and they pucker there, what you have to fix. But they fit, and I don't know. Everybody says linen is so comfortable and cool. I'm gonna wash them. And they always need to be ironed. They didn't feel that comfortable, but they fit, so. And they're finished. Bonus. And then I was looking at pin cushions. And obviously this is too big. It could be a pin cushion, but I just made out of scraps a little, it's supposed to be a tortoise. There's a little tail. Where's the little tail? It's the cutest part of him. Little tulip pink tail. And I tried to do French knots, and I'm terrible at French knots for the eyes, so he doesn't have any eyes. Or she. But that was just for fun. It's like a little stuffy. And I did stuff it very good. Then I was working on another pin cushion, and I left it up there because I'm having a hard time because I put crushed walnut shells in it. And so it's harder to do all the ties around to make it sectioned like a normal pin cushion, if you would think that. Okay, so that's everything I made. Let me put it back because it's falling everywhere. I will show you something I received in the mail all the way from the UK because Becky from What Beck Sews has a shop called Jazz and Wow, and she sells buttons and sewing items and jewelry. So she was doing a Jazz and Bloom box, I think it was. And you could either get jewelry or buttons or a combo box. And the combo boxes were sold out. So I got myself a jewelry and a sewing box because it was close to my birthday when it was happening. So, bonus. So I'll show you what I got in my boxes. So we'll go with sewing first. There's these. Oh, spoiler alert if you haven't gotten yours yet, but if I'm in America and I got mine, everybody else must have theirs. These are so funky. I don't know, you won't even see. These are buttons. I haven't taken them out because I'm afraid I'll drop them with this clumsy finger. Don't look at my fingernails either. Oh, they're a mess. And then there's these buttons. I'll get that out of the way. These are, oops, a square button. Hide my fingers. They're very cool. Rectangle, square. Really funky button. That just means I have to make 2 more things with buttons in them. And there's a little cute little zipper pull. Oh my gosh, it's so adorable. Or I could even use it in crochet. You can use that as a stitch marker. Love it. And then we're on to jewelry now. This matching, oh please don't look at my fingers. Beautiful flowers, daisies. I think they're daisies. Oh my God, they're gorgeous. And these are so, I guess you would say, groovy. They have some funky little flowers in there, and I love that they have the metal flower. I love the flowers. It's all about flowers for spring. I think that's everything. There's a dog hair on my band-aid. Okay. I had everything spread out what I was going to make, and then I took a detour with the stuffed turtle and the pin cushions. Because my pin cushions I noticed with when I was doing the linen pants, I have the short pins and I have the long pins, and I was trying to keep them separate, and I was like, I don't have enough pin cushions. And then you get into this whole rabbit hole of what kind of pin cushions you can make, because there's lots. And so my next thing to make was, and it's either going to be out of the teal bamboo jersey that I have, or the red tie-dye double brush poly. It's not really tie-dye, it's got some white in it. And it's going to be the short sleeve version of Carole from Carole's favorite top, Butterick 6859. I'm going to do the short sleeve version, this one right here. Because I need to keep short sleeves going, and they need to look a little bit better than a sloppy t-shirt. So I'm going to try it again, and I know hopefully what to avoid. And I know to do my own neckband by measurement and not by this pattern piece. First of all, the pattern piece is very wide, so I might try it, but then I might end up cutting it in half or folding it in half. So that's part of my plans. And then I have a few things, skirt patterns, and I have the Tilly and the Buttons Nell that I think I haven't even, it's over there, I haven't even glued it together yet. Is it the Nell? Yes. And I have some cool rayon challis to make that with, but you know, I move very slow when it comes to, I make plans and I make things. This took me forever. I mean, this was already bagged up and ready to go. It could have been one of my dice project bags, but I wanted to make it. So now to use it would be nice. So I think that's all of my sewing. As for life, I got new glasses. What do you think? And I can't see as good out of them. I don't know why, but I have this thing. So part of my job, I think I've said, is repairing Chromebooks, which is, you know, little laptops for students. And when you replace a screen, in some models, you just have to use a couple of screws. The screen comes off, you put another one, you plug it in, it's all done. Oh no, these people that make this particular Chromebook, every time they change it, they make it worse. They use this horrible glue, like sticky, it's like a tape that goes down both sides, and you have to get in there with some pliers and try to pull it out, and then you have to pull it and just pull it until it comes out, and it's this big long thing. I'm making a long story even longer. So one of them, one side came off of one, and I couldn't get the other side off. So I was wrestling it, trying to get it where I could see a little piece of that stuff, and I could pull it off, and I couldn't see it, and it bent, and I could hear the crackling of the screen, and I'm thinking, oh, the glass is gonna break all over, and I'm gonna get cut. oh no, the metal that's around the back of the screen bent out and my hand slipped and I cut. I'll show you on this. I cut coming from right next to the nail along the side around to the back. I was gushing with blood. So, and it wouldn't stop. So I ran. Luckily, I work in a school and I ran to the nurse's office and she took care of me. But the reason for this is because I'm still wrestling with screens. I'm still doing my job. So I bang it a lot. And it's very sensitive, but it didn't need stitches because it stopped bleeding and it's just in a very sensitive area. So to have had stitches there would have been even worse because this is a very sensitive. I hurt myself right there once and I still have phantom pain if I bang it. I don't know what you call it, but I still feel it. And it was like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, who knows? So it's a sensitive spot and I know it's going to take forever to heal. So that's why I have this pretty thing and my nails aren't done. Okay, there was some moving around upstairs. I didn't know if I was going to get asked a question. So that's for life. That's my latest. Besides being, I think I was sick one more time in between the past, I don't know how many weeks it's been since I did a Friday Sews. It's been a very sickly year. Plus the thing that happens when you turn a certain age is really knocking me for a loop. There's things that I thought was just a sinus problem that I think is related to the stupid menopause. It's crazy. We weren't tortured enough, but whatever. That's the other thing I just thought of. Oh, I thought of something. I didn't do So Frugal. I don't think I had any. I knew I wouldn't finish anything, so I didn't participate in So Frugal this year. And I was watching everybody else's, and of course I was inspired. Michelle from Sewing Bunny had a shirt or a blouse that was from Sew Over It, and it's free if you sign up. And they also have a skirt, which of course, it's such a pretty skirt. And I noticed afterwards, it's all buttons, button top to bottom. But I went and I got those. I haven't, of course, printed them out. So now I've got an accumulation of patterns I've purchased lately between the 2 new Tilly and the Buttons ones I purchased and the 2 free ones. I'm thinking about sending them off to a printer because I have like HP printer and it has like this ink thing where they charge you every month and they eventually send you out ink when you're empty. But if you go over a certain amount of pages, they charge extra. So stupid. So I feel like I can't do it. And my old job, I could just print it from a copy machine. It would come out in color. Not at this job. My printer is black and white. So that's it. That's my dilemma. So I guess that's it. And hopefully I will be back soon with either a Friday Sews or a new round of the Fabric Wheel of Fate or whatever it ends up being. I don't have any bags filled yet, so we'll see. Hopefully, though, I get some more sewing done. I was doing good with doing things at night and in the morning, but we'll see what happens. That could change. Let me know in the comments what you're working on this week and if you finished something that was sitting there for months, finally, because that's a fun accomplishment, isn't it? Like a Bestie bag or a pair of pants that was just in time for if the spring ever starts. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video. And if you haven't subscribed already, I'm finally over 400. And if I ever get to 500, I'm going to do a giveaway. Subscribers, that is. So hit that button, please. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.